So you just bought an iPhone and you're interested in the Covert 6 series cases from Ghostek. Well, luckily, Ghostek were kind enough to reach out and send me a few of them. But there's just one problem. I don't actually have an iPhone. Fortunately though, my soon-to-be wife and mother-in-law both have iPhone 14s. So this review is a little bit different as it's based on feedback from them. However, I do think that it will probably be more in line with general iPhone users. Let's talk about the packaging briefly before talking about the cases themselves. This is by far and away the best case packaging I've ever seen. Usually you get what are effectively little plastic bags or ones using fairly cheap cardboard. The box for this is outstanding. The presentation is absolutely on point here and it feels like a brand with a proper identity. An agent of Ghostek. I love it. For the cases themselves, we have a few colour variations. We have the standard clear model and then a couple of limited edition versions in the purple and blue. My soon-to-be mother-in-law has the blue iPhone 14 and naturally went for the blue case. I think it looks and feels fantastic. The purple looks a little bit different in the colour design, with it being more translucent and with the red accents in the corners. And the clear is just really clean looking and it also has those red accents as well. In terms of features, these cases are MagSafe charging compatible, have an on-slip grip and have a raised camera lip. Plus the other details you can see on the back of the packaging here. Unfortunately, neither my better half or mother-in-law wanted to be on camera. There's a shock, eh? First up, talking about my mother-in-law though, she's always used the wallet style flip cases. She has used nothing else. She's never used a case like this before, so it was quite a different experience for her. So there's a very good test at her house for these cases. In her living room, and I think most of the downstairs, the floor is concrete and there's only a very thin carpet on that. So you can imagine you drop a phone, it could be pretty bad. She drops the phone a lot. She drops her phones all the time. They slip off the sofa, leather sofas. She's also got a puffy that she has her feet on and stuff. The phone goes on there a lot and it falls off, especially when we go around and we take the dogs. The dogs also knock the phones off. So they hit the floor a lot, and I'm not even kidding. On the day I went round with these cases, and they were both using the cases, I think between them they dropped it around, the phone hit the floor around 5 times between them both, and neither phone was damaged. So I think that's a win. I think that's a win. Good job, Ghostek, because that could have been expensive. She also gave a little feedback in that she likes the design and how grippy it is to hold. She was very happy, by the way, when I told her that she could keep the case, which I actually thought was quite a big win. So well done, Ghostek. You have one convert? I'm sorry. I had to try something. My other half was a little bit more critical in her feedback. Obviously the phone hadn't received any damage, which is fantastic. Her main issue came from the colour. She would have preferred that the purple be more opaque, a bit like the blue case. And in particular, she isn't a fan of the red accents on the phone in the corners. In fact, she ended up disliking the purple that much. She switched to the clear case and now she's much happier. One thing that she actually also mentioned was how tight a fit the cases were and that she wasn't noticing that much dirt was getting inside the case compared to some other cases that she's had in the past, and also what her previous iPhone 14 case. So that's actually a big plus, and that's something that I find very annoying with cases. If they're a very loose fit, you get all sorts of dust and dirt in there, especially if you're carrying a phone in a bag, or even in some pockets can be pretty dirty at times. So having something like that stops it getting inside, always good. So I've got one convert and one that likes the functionality but would like to see some changes with the design. Overall, a pretty good result. And I think that'll help you judge sort of how much you would like one of these cases. And if you want one of these cases yourself, you can go to the website at the link below, or you can use the code Daniel15 and you'll get 15% off. Not bad. I've been very impressed myself, and I genuinely can't wait to get one of these cases for one of my phones. One of mine. But anyway, stay grounded and I'll see you in the next one.